The golden age of America begins right now.
In an unprecedented political comeback, today Donald Trump was sworn in as the 47th President of the United States.
From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world.
Very disappointed, disheartened, and demotivated.
A nation that's divided, and you could feel it on the streets of Portland Monday morning.
Today, we're just not really focusing on it. It's just too hard. We've been through this before, and we feel like this go-around, at least for me, I've got to just distance myself from the news.
I'm feeling good. He said a lot, and he did a lot of good stuff when he was in office the 4 years that he was. And we need him to do what he's saying he's going to do.
During a historic indoor inaugural address, President Trump said he would completely and totally reverse the actions from now former President Joe Biden.
Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end.
There's just not much to say, honestly. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what people are thinking.
President Trump overcame impeachments, criminal indictments, and a pair of assassination attempts, and is expected to act quickly on priorities he ran on, including cracking down on immigration, increasing fossil fuel development, and ending diversity and inclusion programs.
And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free.
And I really trust in Trump to get everything down to a substantial living cost so we can actually live comfortably from here on out.
We caught up with Oregon political leaders from both sides of the aisle in Washington, D.C. tonight.
And we are getting ready to go to one of the many balls that are happening this evening to celebrate this amazing day.
No, I'm not attending any of the parties or balls or anything like that.
Oregon House Republican Representative Vicki Breese Iverson, alongside the chair of the Oregon Republican Party, Justin Huang, expecting a second Trump presidency will strengthen Oregon's economy.
That he's going to open up some regulations and we're going to be able to get economy started again. Businesses are going to be excited to do business. Hopefully we'll watch some of those businesses stay in Oregon with some of these new Trump administration rules.
I'm a small business owner, and there's so many red tapes and getting involved with a lot of small business owners in Oregon. And I look forward to have President Trump have new policies to help our Oregonian small business owners as well.
Oregon Democrat Congresswoman Andrea Salinas believes President Trump's talk of tariffs during his inauguration speech will only make life harder for Oregonians.
He talked a bit about tariffs, and Oregon is a trade-dependent state. So, even though we may have, we have Nike and Columbia and Intel, and oftentimes they rely on different supplies from those countries where it could cost us more as consumers once those extra tariffs get tacked on.
One of his most anticipated executive orders would declare a national emergency at the U.S.-Mexico border as part of a broader effort to stop illegal immigration.
Oh, I think it will be wonderful when he closes that border, which he's actually already started, and we start to see some of those immigrants that have been flowing into Oregon and using our services for Oregonians. We're going to see some of that slow down.
I know that our immigrant communities really work hard in Oregon. They pay taxes, their kids go to school, they work hard to make a good life. And so, but I understand too that we all want our communities to be safe. So I agreed with Trump that we need to crack down on these drug cartels coming across the border.
During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
In just the last couple of hours, the president signed some executive orders in the Oval Office, with dozens more to come. So far, they include declaring an emergency at the southern border, pulling the U.S. out of the Paris Climate Accord, ending birthright citizenship, which is enshrined in the 14th Amendment, as well as pardoning hundreds of January 6th defendants who Trump referred to today as hostages. And he did this before mentioning both Portland and Seattle. Listen.
We're going to release our great hostages that didn't do, for the most part, they didn't do stuff wrong. You take a look at what went on, and look what happens in other parts of the country. In Portland, where they kill people, they destroy the city, nothing happens to them. In Seattle, where they took over a big chunk of the city, nothing happened. Minneapolis, where they burned down the city, nothing happened. Essentially nothing happened.
Okay, so we know we might be kicking the hornet's nest here, but what are your thoughts on President Trump's second administration? We know there are some strong opinions out there, so send them our way. Email the story at kgw.com or call and leave a voicemail, 503-226-5090.